Okay, juniors, this is your vocab lesson 20 video if you choose to watch it. Feel free to pause through the initial run through every time we have a new word so that you can take a guess at the word in context before continuing or not. I'll never know. Here we go. Intractable. Veruca Salt's intractable manner eventually led to her horrible fate with the squirrels. Notice your antonym. First antonym of 5, respectful. Take a second and pause if you wish. Try to figure it out on your own, and then resume. And we're back. Hopefully you were guessing it was something like difficult to manipulate or govern or control, kind of like refractory last week. Squirrel. Okay, next one, disseminate. Summer winds disseminate the seeds of dandelions like thousands of tiny paratroopers. Very nice simile there, if I do say so myself. Again, pause if you would like to guess. And we're back. To disperse or scatter. Great job. Next one, sinecure. Driving a Camaro convertible around the country and eating amazing food for free is the ultimate sinecure for a food lover. This is a very hard word to show in a picture, but go ahead and pause and take your best guess. And we're back. If you know Guy Fieri, you know that that's what he does for a living, among other things. And so a sinecure is a job that provides income, and in his case, probably pretty good income, but requires little or no work. Kind of like a Walmart greeter. They get paid, but they don't have to do anything real strenuous. Okay, next one, tendentious. Tendentious. Got Simon Cowell here. Simon Cowell's tendentious critiques of singers lends an edginess to his TV shows. I know he's kind of passe now, but most of you probably know who he is. Take a look at it and take your best guess. Okay, if you paused, hopefully you were thinking something like biased in perspectives or preferring one view over another. He's very opinionated, but when it comes to music, he's usually pretty right. Okay, next one, politic. This is not politics as the career as like a politician. This is a little bit different meaning of the word, but it might relate. Take a look at it. Jason's politic manner on the field earned him the respect of off the field by teammates and opponents. Plus you have the antonym impolite. Okay, pause and take a guess. Okay. Prudent or shrewdly tactful. Prudent meaning kind of careful, shrewdly tactful meaning having tact and thinking things through. Those of you who are in athletics, you kind of get this. It's best to think things through on the field rather than to fly off the handle. It usually works out better for you in the eyes of the officials later. Here's same word, same definition, different illustration. Parents here are angry. They could have yelled at this young lady for missing curfew, but they chose to act in a very politic manner by explaining their concern, and that tended to go over a little better with the young lady there. Sorry, Mum. See how sorry she looks. Okay. All right, extemporaneous, probably a familiar word to a lot of you, and if the word's not familiar, this scene from Bridesmaids should be very familiar. Annie's bridesmaid toast was mostly extemporaneous as she tried to outdo Helen. Notice your antonym is planned. Pause. And we're back, so done without planning, spur of the moment, or makeshift. Next one, discursive. Again, a very difficult word to show in a picture, but here's a sentence and an illustration. Kenny's discursive speech usually caused his dad to tune him out while he had his morning cig. Notice we have a synonym of desultory from before, and then of course you can see what the kid's saying up there. Do you like smoking? My friend's locker smells weird. Why don't Indians have beards? I hate math. Mom says you have halitosis. I wonder if, oh wait, bacon. So again, very similar to desultory from a couple weeks ago, jumping from one topic to another without any order or reason. So very random. That is discursive. Next one, another D word, diaspora. It's a noun. Native Americans experienced a diaspora from which few have ever recovered. Take a look at the before and after photos. So it is a dispersion of people from their homeland. You can probably think of other famous examples from history of groups of people who have been forced from their homelands. That is a diaspora. Okay, next word, requiem, should be familiar to some of you, I would think. Here's the context. The church officials sang a requiem for the funeral of one of its parishioners. Okay, pause for a cause. Take your guess. And we're back. A religious service or song for the deceased. So it is most often thought of as a musical piece, but it could be just the service itself. Okay, next one, a verb this time, traduce. Sylvia loved to traduce Bob's name regarding his unsavory habits at the buffet. Let's take a look at what she's saying. Bob is a classic double dipper at every office party, and he doesn't floss. And she's thinking, I'll be sure to tell everyone what a gossip you are. Notice your antonym is extol, which is to praise. Therefore, you can take a good guess at the meaning of traduce. Go ahead and pause if you'd like. Okay, if you've thought it through and come up with something, hopefully it is something like this, to slander one's reputation. So to traduce is to kind of drag somebody's name through the mud and slander them or gossip about them. All right, next one, adjective, acerbic. Mr. Kemp's acerbic manner offended his neighbors and left him with no friends. Obviously, someone needs a hug. Go ahead and pause, take your guess. And we're coming back with sarcastic in mood, or tone, or temper, or just kind of harsh. So kind of the stereotypical grumpy old man next door. That's an acerbic kind of a person. Next one, beatitude. It's a noun. The new parents lived in beatitude in the days after their baby was born. You have your antonym there of despair, so it would be something contrary to that. Pause if you'd like. Take your guess. Okay, and after pausing, hopefully you came up with the opposite of despair, which would be happiness or joy. Next one, the sneaky French loaned us this one, maladroit. Maladroit, they would say in French. Of course, we nifty Americans say maladroit. Private Moron proved to be rather maladroit at rigging barbed wire, so he was transferred to a warehouse job. As you can see, he's not doing very well. Pause the video if you'd like. Take your guess. And if you come back and you have thought that he is not very good at that, you would be right. Not resourceful, not very cunning, very inept. Inept is a great word. Start using it immediately. Next one, androgynous. Androgynous should be familiar to some of you. Take a look at these hospital gowns. Hospital gowns are made with an androgynous design for simplicity and adaptability. There's your clue. Pause for the video if you'd like. And if you've taken your guess, hopefully you came back with, well, it's kind of good for men and women. That's exactly right. Suitable for both male and female or having features of both sexes. Next one, augur. Miss Solitaire used her skill as an augur to read tarot cards and tell people about their future. Probably easy to tell what this is, but go ahead and pause if you'd like to. Take a guess first. All right, after the guess, hopefully you came up with something like fortune teller, someone who predicts future events according to omens. And if you're looking at that lady saying, hey, I think she looks kind of familiar, but that's probably a really old picture, you might want to pause the video and take your best guess. Can you name the actress and this film? All right, if you thought it was Jane Seymour, you are right. British actress who epitomizes the idea that some people just get better with age. That's my personal feeling. If your heart is open, love will always find its way in. Brilliant. You can see her open heart jewelry right there. Yes, she was also in Wedding Crasher, I believe. Yes, with Owen Wilson. All right, review words are flout, salient, quasi-malfeasance, and abnegation. Most of these we've had recently. Let's take a look at them again, though. Anna's classmates flouted her style of clothes, and that is to ridicule or show contempt for. Salient, we just had repeated. Yep, we have it repeated again. Significant, conspicuous, standing out from the rest. Quasi, Jackie Moon is only a quasi-professional basketball player. You may remember that that means resembling or seeming or half. So if you're quasi-professional, you're not full professional. Malfeasance is being repeated this week. That is wrongdoing. We just had that this past week. And then abnegation, this is going way back. Let's take a look at this one, see if you still remember it. Takuji was in a state of total abnegation about the bad haircut he received. Well, we know it's bad. We all know it's bad. I know it's bad. You know it's bad. Yet, he doesn't seem to see it. That's because he is in a state of denial, an unwillingness to admit reality or truth. All right, that's your vocab for this week. Study up, Buttercup. Thanks for watching.